I was driving my car and I was on my way to go pick up my dog because we just got back from an awesome vacation and we had left our dog with a dog sitter. And my wife decided to say something that really annoyed me. I started just processing and thinking about all the things that I can say to get back at her. I couldn't understand why she would say something in my eyes was so dumb. I just felt anger and annoyance. When you get into a relationship with someone, sometimes the smallest things can drive you up a wall, especially if you're not in a good mood. So I had it loaded in the chamber right there, my response. I was ready to go off. And then I thought to myself, why are you so annoyed? What she's saying is not that big of a deal. I asked myself that question and I stopped. And then I asked myself, why are you mad? And then I thought about it. I couldn't come up with a real answer. I couldn't come up with, I'm mad because of this. It was more like, oh, she said that. But then when you think about what she said, it's not that really big of a deal. All that happened in a time span of what, maybe 3-4 seconds? And then I look at her while I'm driving. So, I took my eyes off the road, right? I was like, oh yeah, no. I look at her and I tell her, look, this is how we can avoid a fight. Maybe I'm not getting my point across and maybe I'm not understanding your point. What I'm saying is this, and I laid it out. And then I asked her, are you telling me this, and that? We were able to discuss. We were able to have a great Saturday because I didn't start an argument, and we were able to move on. It was that moment, that pause, that allowed me to really process my emotions, process my thoughts, and come up with valid reasons as to why I should not be angry. I should not be feeling this way. I had a moment of reflection. I had a moment of serious thought and consideration. A lot of people think that when you say, oh, I'm taking time to reflect, that's some sort of excuse, that you're sitting under a tree in a certain yoga position with your fingers like this and you're just trying to meditate and reflect. Reflection is a serious moment of consideration and thought. I took that moment, it was a split second, 4 seconds tops of just analyzing myself. I put pause on what I was feeling and I was able to zoom out and analyze what was going on. So I started applying that same concept into my entire life. I decided to start reflecting on 2021. I decided to kind of do an audit of what I did and what I didn't do. And I decided to zoom out of my life to see if I like what I see. A lot of times when people have near-death experiences, they say that they can see their life flash before their eyes. And then when they come out on the other side, most of these people have radical life changes. And why is that? They were able to see their life from a bird's eye view, and they didn't like what they saw. I don't want to live a routine life. I don't want to live a boring life. I want to live an impactful life. And that all starts when I start reflecting on what I'm doing right now. We live in a reactionary society. The moment you hear the alarm, your first reaction is to hit the snooze, stop it. We live in a society where when we get cut off, we flip the bird, we curse people out. We live in a society where we're constantly reacting to what people are doing or saying. But I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live reacting to outside circumstances. I want to take control of myself, my actions, and I want to control my life. And that all starts with reflection. So I'm going on a journey of reflection. I want to reflect on how I'm feeling. I want to reflect on what I'm doing. I want to reflect on what I'm saying. And I want to reflect on what I have done in the past. I want to become a man who influences, a man who impacts other people's lives, a man who serves and gives. But the only way I can achieve that is by reflecting on what I've already been doing. Am I measuring up to that standard? Breaking yourself out of a routine of just living a mundane life is necessary. And the only way you can start doing that is by reflecting on what you have done in the past. What have you been doing? How have you been living? And I'm asking myself this every day. What did I do yesterday? Did I like what I did yesterday? Does that measure up to the man that I want to be? So ask yourself those same questions. Reflect. How am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Are those valid reasons for me to be feeling this way? And then how should I respond? How can I take control of my life so I won't react to things that happen to me, but I can be the one who makes things happen? And the only way that can start is by you reflecting on your life. Take that bird's eye view and start making a change.